20 years ago, television could get away with a sitcom premise that featured a man who kept a beautiful female Jeannie in a bottle on a shelf. But today, well, we'll have to ask Barbara Eden, who, you'll remember, was the star of the original show, I Dream of Jeannie, which debuted in 1965.
I am hardly ever in my bottle. Is this your Major Nelson, darling? Is he not beautiful? Groovy. But he sure could provide you with a better bottle. This is pretty tiny. Oh, no, it is quite comfortable. Oh, don't kid me. Sis, you must be cramped in there. Oh, no, truly. I will show you. See? It is most cozy. Glad you like it, darling, because from now on, it's home, sweet home. What are you doing? You let me out of here. And don't worry about your Major Nelson, darling. I'm going to take good care of him. Oh.
Barbara Eden played both parts in that original clip and joins us this morning because I Dream of Jeannie is coming back in a 2-hour movie on NBC. I'll bet they had to talk you into it.
Well, a little bit. Yes, they did.
How many times have
Why
you been
did you think
offered?
that?
Because it's been 20 years, and I'll bet you've
That's
had,
right.
over the years, a number of offers to do something special, and you waited until now. Why did you wait until now?
Well, mainly because Irma Kalish wrote it and Bill Asher directed it. That was the two main reasons. But actually, I had started talking about another project with Barney Rosenzweig, you know, whose wife is Barbara Corday. They did Cagney and Lacey, and Cagney and Lacey had been dropped. So Barney was talking to me one lunch about another project, and he said, you know, my wife has a terrific idea for Jeannie. He thinks he can take it. I said, Tell me about, and we talked about this other idea. And then I went to Columbia, and we were discussing, meanwhile, Cagney and Lacey was picked up, went to Columbia about another project, and lo and behold, there was Barbara saying, I have a great idea for Jeannie, you know.
What was the idea that was so delicious?
Well, she just felt that Jeannie could be updated 15 years later, that it would be interesting to the audience to see what had happened to her and how she responded to things in this time and world.
I want to pursue that, but the folks at home want to know, is Larry Hagman going to be
No, Larry
Major
couldn't
Nelson?
do it. Larry couldn't do it. He only had 3 weeks off.
So is Major Nelson still Major Nelson?
He certainly is
just
Major
changed
Nelson.
a little bit in 15 years.
It's Wayne Rogers, yes, and he's an adult, and he's very grown up.
All right, so we find you how, in what circumstance 15 years later? Time has passed.
Time has passed, but you must understand, time to Jeannie is like that, because she's 2,000 years old. So 15 years is nothing to her, but she does have a child. She has a little boy, TJ, Tony Jr.
They got married.
They got married, sure. They got married the last year.
Yeah. Oh, they did, of course. I always wondered how they had such a to-do over whether or not you could show your navel, but it didn't matter that you were sort of living together in
Well,
some
we weren't.
determined...
I had my bottle.
Oh, well, I guess I missed that in the original clip, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, let's take a look at how Jeannie has changed, and we also get a glimpse of your son, who, just for the purpose of interest, is Patty Duke?
Ashton's son, yes,
all right.
Mackenzie.
All right, let's look.
He's great.
Jeannie, you know how I always felt about you, and I just want you to know that, well, I'm the last guy in the world would have put a hit on his best friend's wife.
Oh, thank you, Roger.
So I have 2 chances. Either you're not his wife anymore, or Tony's not my best friend. Just kidding.
I'll get it.
Oh, hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Tiger.
Is she normal?
Borderline. Oh, he knows about us then. Oh, good. Thinking up new lies is always so difficult for me. But not impossible. Little drab and insipid, wouldn't you say? Not you, Roger, the apartment. But has possibilities.
Hey, this is great! Aunt Jeannie, while you're at it, can I have a VCR, a computer, a stereo?
No, you cannot, and I am blinking everything right back.
But, Mom, I thought you said you weren't going to use your powers anymore.
She's a single mother?
Well, trying to be. They have a a slight separation.
Oh.
It's interesting.
But we can assume a happy ending.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting ending. It's a very interesting, it is a happy ending. It's an interesting ending. He's very preoccupied with being an astronaut, and there is a Sally Ride character in this, and he goes up into space, you know, and there's no reason for him to go up into space.
And there are complications.
Oh, yes.
Well, of course.
Lots of complications.
A happy ending.
With her sister.
We'll have to stay tuned. October 20th.
Right, next Sunday.
On NBC. Well, good to see you back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Say hi to Jeannie. We'll be back after this.
Jeannie materialized from a 2,000-year-old Egyptian urn, bared her navel, and, well, the rest is TV history.
Jeannie.
Good morning, Master.
Oh, good morning.
Oh, my, you look handsome this morning.
Thank you.
I remember a
She had a unique way of making things appear
Quite that extravagant. Would you mind?
and disappear.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
It's been 25 years since Barbara Eden first slipped into her Arabian pants in I Dream of Jeannie. And in case you're wondering whatever happened to her, well, that babe in the bottle is back this Sunday night on NBC in I Still Dream of Jeannie. Barbara Eden, good morning. We worked all morning doing that effect. That's right. It's contagious, Barbara. What can I tell you?
That's my job.
That's right. Well, you're going to get a chance. You're going to get a chance in just a few minutes. I wanted to ask you, it's been, what, 25 years since I Dream of Jeannie. Why did you want
Who's counting?
Right. Why did you want to revive that role?
Well, I guess I like her. I like her a lot. She's fun to play. And NBC wanted me to do it.
Oh, that's a very good reason. We do whatever
also,
NBC wants us to do.
Katie, I do so many other roles. I'm very lucky, knock wood. And so that it's still a pleasure for me to do Jeannie. I'm not really stuck with Jeannie. I like her.
You have been in a lot of movies since I Dream of Jeannie, but yet people pretty much associate you with Jeannie. Does that bug you that you're so typecast?
No, it doesn't. Well, I don't think I'm typecast. I don't know. You'd have to ask a casting director about that. I don't feel typecast because I do other work. I do plays and I do other characters in movies, and I played a person like yourself on television.
That's right.
In a movie,
That's
yes.
right. I saw that. You were a nice TV journalist versus
I was nice, yes.
Heather Locklear, who was a nasty, nasty woman. Now, this movie on Sunday, Major Tony Nelson is not in this, is he?
No, he's up in orbit.
Ah, right.
He's up in orbit, which causes Jeannie problems because he doesn't have his feet on terra firma. That means he's not an earthly master. And of course, my rotten sister finds out, and she causes problems. And I have 2 weeks, I believe, in which to find a master.
That's
a
right.
temporary master.
In fact, we have a clip from the movie, that very clip.
Oh, you
Barbara.
do?
Yes, it shows you're talking with Samir, the ruler of all the genies.
Oh,
And
I haven't seen this.
Yes, he's talking to you. Let's take a quick look.
Once the genie has been forfeited by her master, she can no longer go back to the plane of reality. By leaving the planet for so long a time, your master has forfeited you.
You were asking me to leave my husband and son forever?
It is not my decision.
Oh, Samir, you have always been a wise and powerful jinn. Ever since I was a child, you had all the answers. Please, please, please do not fail me now.
All right.
I may stay?
You know better than that, my child. The scroll says you must have a master to remain in the plane of reality. I hereby grant you additional time so you may find a temporary master. You will be his genie until your real master returns.
How much time?
A fortnight.
That zany genie up to her old tricks. You know, you're not a particularly liberated character. Does it bug you that you still have to call the man in your life master?
It's only a word. It's only a word.
Do you ever wish
she's liberated?
You think so?
Oh, she always was. Oh, yes. She always had her own agenda.
Well, that's good to know. I was going to tell you also that you look fantastic. I mean, you're like something out of a science fiction movie, The Woman Who Wouldn't Age.
It's formaldehyde.
How do you do it? You look so
Thank
great.
you. I'm sorry.
Are you a big exercise
You're
nut?
very sweet. Thank you. Well, I do have my own beauty cream line, now that you mention it.
Gosh, I didn't even know that.
I led you right into that.
That's right.
Thanks.
And you exercise a lot to keep in shape?
No,
or?
I don't. I don't. I do whenever I have to do Las Vegas, or I'm going to sing or do a stage production, of course. I do. I should, but you know, I'll bet, do you work out?
No.
No, you see, I
So
don't
ashamed.
either. I try. I really try. And I know there are some women who can do it, and they look, oh, there's such a difference when you do.
Well, you're just very lucky because you look great, and
Well,
you're still wearing those harem pants, and this time you're actually baring your navel, where last time you weren't allowed to.
Oh,
Is that
yes,
right?
it winks at you once in a while.
Oh, how charming. Well, speaking of winking and blinking, can you blink us to a commercial?
Where would you, commercial?
Yes. Take us to
well,
commercial
it
land,
pays the-
please.
Yes, all right, yes.
Thank you. We'll be back after this. This morning, we begin a 5-part series looking back at some of TV's classic comedy programs of the 60s and 70s. Our first installment, I Dream of Jeannie. Our story begins when astronaut Tony Nelson parachutes down on a deserted South Pacific island. There he meets a remarkably well-preserved 2,000-year-old genie named Jeannie, who follows him home to Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Thou hast set me free. That means that I am free to please thee, and I am going to please thee very much.
No, please. No.
Barbara Eden, Jeannie, Larry Hagman, Major Nelson. Good morning. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Good to see each other.
You know, I used to watch I Dream of Jeannie when it first came out, and then when I watched it during reruns, I was amazed to see Sidney Sheldon's name on the credits for some reason. Did he come up with the concept?
Yeah.
Yes.
He started with her in the brass bottle.
Tell me how it all evolved.
Well, he called me at home one day, and he had been testing all the brunettes in town. And I'd been reading about it, but I just didn't think I would ever be there. And he said, "This is Sidney Sheldon. I understand you're my Jeannie. And would you come down and have tea at the Beverly Hills Hotel?" So I went down and I had tea with him, and that's how I got the part.
This is a hard question for Barbara to answer, so I'll ask you, Larry. Why do you think she was the perfect Jeannie?
Well, look at her. Is there any other?
Yeah, but he knows Jeannie was never perfect, you see. That's his problem. He can't get over that.
We used to have to lock her away because she could solve any problem.
Oh, Master, let me out.
But she was always in a safe or, you know, saying, "Let me out of here," or in this bottle, look here. Isn't that wonderful?
I think that's so great you brought that with you.
Yeah.
Now, that's one that was actually used on the show?
No,
or
unfortunately. She has that one. She swiped that one, and I didn't
That was
have
my
the
house.
well, that's right. It's your house. She took her house with her.
How did that happen to turn into Jeannie's bottle?
Because they were so cheap, they didn't think the show was going to go. They put it in black and white, and they sprayed that little old thing. They wouldn't make their own bottle.
Do not worry, Master. I will rescue you.
Yeah, just don't talk about it. Do it. Would you please blink me home?
What was it about this role that appealed to you, Larry, of Major Nelson?
Well, I mean, here was a guy with the most beautiful woman in the world. He could do anything, go any place. You know, it was real fantasy and real fun.
What did people find so appealing about Jeannie, you think, Barbara?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Other than her great body. All right, will you stop?
No. You know, I never approached Jeannie that way because I always thought of her as a tomboy. She wasn't a vamp. She was a tomboy.
You are the most attractive man I have ever met.
Well, that's very kind of you, my dear. Now, if you would just...
In fact, I cannot blame any woman for trying to get you.
Well, most sweet of you, but if you'd change me back to my youthful self, I'd be very grateful.
I do not think so. Well, it is much safer this way.
You mean you're going to keep them all?
Well, yes, then other women will not bother him.
Yeah, oh, surely you'll just now turn me back into my
Oh,
right
no, Master,
self.
believe me, it is for your own good. You will enjoy being old. I will take very good care of you.
She absolutely focused on him. Nobody else. That was it. And didn't intend to make trouble. And that was the only redeeming quality, was that she didn't intend to make trouble. She just did it.
By today's standards, this show could be considered sexist, slave, master, you know,
Yeah, but
voluptuous,
who's the slave
beautiful
and who's the
woman.
master, though?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was comedy.
And
We weren't giving a message to
No,
anyone.
we didn't have any
We were
messages in those days.
entertaining.
We were just trying to get a laugh.
What was the funny?
It was a job.
Yeah.
What were the funniest, some of the funniest moments that happened during the taping or filming of the show?
I'm in her bedroom for one of the first times, and they have to get this elephant. She's going to pop this elephant in. Well, they said, 1, 2, 3, action, and as they did, this huge animal broke wind. And I was left standing there, and everybody else left the set. So.
That's right.
You couldn't finish your work for the rest of the day, I understand.
Oh, well, that was a wrap. We couldn't do anything. We hung over until the next day.
You all meet a lot of I Dream of Jeannie fans all the time, and I know you get some frequently asked questions. Why don't you just give us the answers and we can figure them out?
1, yes, Barbara Eden is as beautiful off-screen as she is on. And 2, she does have a navel. And 3, no, I never did. I know.
Were you all sad when it finally ended?
No.
I was.
I wasn't. They should never have gotten us married. You know that.
No.
I mean, here was a situation of 2, you know, pretty good-looking people living in the same house, and for them to get married was just, it was downhill
Made it
from
a
then.
sitcom.
Yeah.
Was it hard to make the transition from mild-mannered Major Nelson to that dog, JR? Was
No.
it hard for people to see you as a nasty guy?
I don't know. They seem to.
Obviously
they've
not.
done quite well at it. Yeah.
But you didn't have a problem at all making the transition?
No, there was like 8 years in between, too. So.
Yeah. Who are you more like, Major Nelson or JR?
Yes.
What have you been up to lately?
I've been doing movies for television.
Right.
And producing them myself.
And you have another project that's been keeping you busy as well, right?
Oh, National Association for Non-Retired People.
What is that all about?
That's right. It is an association devoted to helping working people so that they get breaks just like everyone else.
And what about you, Larry? You've been hunting and fishing a lot lately,
Yeah,
I know. And hanging out and just really enjoying yourself, right?
Yes, and it's hard to get off the wheel at first, but I'm really starting to enjoy it now.
Thank you both so much for coming in to talk about I Dream of Jeannie this morning. You both look great. Can you still wear those harem pants?
I don't know.
Yes, you can.
I think you could. You're looking good.
Thank you.
Nice wheels, right,
Thank you
Major
very
Nelson?
Yeah, the whole package is
We
pretty
didn't
good.
get to see those on I Dream of Jeannie. Now, can we go to a commercial break as only Jeannie could make us?
Oh, sure.
We'll be back in a moment. This is Today on NBC. Where are we going?
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.